Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to the One Bitcoin Show. Today is June the 10th, 2018. Strong hand. Unconfiscatable. Yeah, this shirt says Satoshi in Japanese. Links below. Get your Trezor t-shirts, all that stuff. So yeah, this was a strong hand day, wasn't it? Like, I heard that like cryptocurrency, the fiat price went down like 10%, all the cryptocurrencies or something. Uh, yeah, I went running this morning and I checked the fiat price, and for Bitcoin, I was like, oh, a lot of people are going to have weak hands. A lot of people are going to be scared off. They're not down with the one Bitcoin equals one Bitcoin thing. They don't watch the BitcoinMeister channel. That's unfortunate for them because I watched the BitcoinMeister channel. I got a strong hand. I was running here in South Florida. I was at a party by the pool outside earlier. Happy birthday to my host. He had some pretty cool friends here too. There were women in bikinis outside and stuff for you guys who value your wealth in women and in Bitcoin. Yeah, it was pretty entertaining. Dogs running around. Didn't think much. We talked about crypto. We weren't even talking about the price. I was just trying to get these guys, into the Bitcoin. There's this one dude, he was in motion talking about Ethereum. And, we hooked up. We're going to exchange some information. Always in motion wherever you are, people. If the price is down in fiat, stay in motion. Or you can just watch shows that like analyze every little number, and you can complain and be scared and be a no-coiner and do nothing with your life. It's your choice. Personal responsibility is a new counterculture, people. What I do is I go around, I meet people, I talk to people, hold my Bitcoin, talk about the 2020 halving. The people they had not even heard about the 2020 halving. You get so many people don't know about it. But hey, man, then the same people, some of the people here on the internet, they don't know about the 2020 halving, but they can tell you the second that Bitcoin hits 69.69, or how Webbot predicted that and how it's the end of the world. And we're going to talk about 69.69 later. See if you catch my drift. Anyway, pound that freaking like button. Subscribe to this channel because you get information here you get nowhere else. You have guests here on these shows that you get nowhere else. This is the best freaking Bitcoin cryptocurrency channel out there. I'm a guy on the ground in motion all over this freaking planet talking to people by the pool in Florida one day. But then the last week I was in Norway. I mean, who knows where I'm going? Actually, I know where I'm going next. I'm going to Puerto Rico next, baby. Oh, yeah. Okay, so let's keep going on. Here's a tweet out here. And I've told everyone, if you watch this channel, your hand should be as strong as ever, because I have said a million times that there are going to be days when Bitcoin goes down $1,000. Now, again, remember, it's so funny. Everybody thinks, some altcoin is going to be the next Bitcoin. But every day when we have the drop, every time that there's a drop of Bitcoin for $1,000, $2,000, all the altcoins go down. I mean, just as drastically. That's why I said at the beginning of this show, the whole cryptocurrency market apparently is down 10%, 11%, 15%. I don't care. I don't care what it's worth at fiat. I don't care what it's worth tomorrow. 2020, long-term thinking here. 2024, whatever the case may be. Just don't be impulsive and get rid of this stuff. You'll regret it. And keep on earning that Bitcoin, earn that fiat too. And, spend the fiat. That's what I do. I spend the fiat pays for my trips along with these, again, I've got a channel. I got people paying me to speak in different parts and paying for my airfare, my hotels. It's very nice. You can be that person too. Okay. Get out there, be a voice, be in motion. If you talk to people, you never know what you're going to get. You never know what conversation you're going to start, what it's going to lead to for your career. I mean, we live in a country of incredible opportunity here in the United States. Love it or hate it. And we're going to get to that in a second about how rich the people in this country are right now. And people spend money on insane things here. they'll definitely want to spend money on smart things. If you can contribute and teach people, you have a valuable service, people are going to pay for it. Hey, I've learned that. And some people might say, well, your service is stupid. Okay, let them call you stupid, but they're going to be people that value your service too. So get out there, earn that Bitcoin, earn that fiat, whatever it is. Hey, it's another day, baby. It's a strong, has now gone 173 days, a new high. The longest streak was in 176 days between December 23rd and February of 2017. So the Bitcoin cryptocurrency after February of 2017, Bitcoin having all-time highs pretty often, okay? But it's now been 173 days since Bitcoin had a new all-time high. But that's nothing, okay? 173 days is nothing. I lived through those 1,176 days from December of 2013 to February of 2017. I had Bitcoin that entire time. Didn't sell a darn one of them, okay? There were so many people that were saying, oh, it'll never get back to $1,100. All right, because that was the high in December of 2013. And then it took until February of 2017 for it to go above 1,100 again to get a new all-time high. I was patient. I had a strong hand. I knew it. I had conviction. So I've seen this all happen before. I've seen it happen before. We got to $20,000 before, and now the same schmoes or the same type of no coiners, 80%ers, excuse makers, whatever you want to call them, are saying the same thing they were saying from December of 2013 to February of 2017. It'll never get back to that all-time high. Oh no, the era of all-time highs is gone. Don't worry. I've been through it. I can wait 1,176 days again. That'll put us that'll put us after the 2020 halving. Yeah, why not? I don't care. To get back to $20,000. Just don't be impulsive, people. That's a lesson from this tweet. And this was by Charlie Biello. And some people are going to say, well, I don't know what this is. People can interpret the tweet any way they darn want to. There's, oh, it's been 173 days without a new high. That's so long. No, it's not long. It's not long. Again, it might be 500 days longer. So it gets to 20,000. I don't get it. One Bitcoin still equals one Bitcoin. I'm still getting that Bitcoin, okay? From different activities, from consulting. You keep on use this as an opportunity to get more Bitcoin. One Bitcoin equals one Bitcoin. All right. So again, the signs I see behind the scenes, the things that aren't covered in freaking CoinDesk and by the dudes talking about random altcoins or random prices of altcoins and Bitcoin and trading and all that stuff. I am contacted by over-the-counter type of dudes who need to buy hundreds or thousands of Bitcoin, okay? They are contacting me because I have a show and I have talked about this aspect of Bitcoin before, and every time I talk about it, another dude contacts me, okay? They're in foreign countries a lot of the times, are involved with foreign countries, and they need a lot of Bitcoin. And there are people who have a lot of Bitcoin who are willing to sell that Bitcoin too. So I put these type of people together, and I am connecting these people as we speak. So if you need hundreds or thousands of Bitcoin, or if you want to contact Adam at tresorhelp.com, I'll hook you guys up. But this is, to me, I mentioned this because it's bullish. They're dudes. They don't care what the darn price of Bitcoin is at this moment. They want to get a ton of it, that 100, 300, 10,000 Bitcoin. They want it because they want to be set for the darn future. Or I mean, they might be in some financial peril right now where they can't get their money out of it. There's a lot of reasons. I don't ask. I don't ask. But again, some of these dudes are already wealthy people. They want to become wealthier. So all you schmoes out, so some of the people out there who are schmoes, the 80% who say, oh, those rich people got rich because they were lucky. No, they didn't. They planned ahead. They had some money. They put a lot of it into Bitcoin. Blame yourself for why you're poor, not rich people for why you're poor. All right. These dudes trying to do this OTC stuff, I give them all the credit in the world. They're in motion. Okay. They're 20%ers. So I'm as bullish as ever. You know, it's a really bullish sign when you, a long-term bullish sign when you personally have people emailing me at adam@tresorhelp.com who want hundreds, if not thousands, of Bitcoin. All right, so pound that freaking like button and subscribe to the darn channel. And check out the links below. And speaking about the links below, all my art, disruptmeister.com, you can watch all my old shows. But Thursday's show is linked to below. And something that most of you won't even remember that I said this, but I wanted to correct it or kind of elaborate on it. I said Bitcoin is still the next Bitcoin. I think that Dash is trying to be the next Bcash, or at least thought of as the prime coin for small transactions. That's what they're going for. They want to be the Bcash. Yeah, I mean, they want it, literally, they want to be cryptocurrency cash, Dash, if that wasn't clear already. So they want to surpass, but at the same time, they want to rip on Bitcoin also. All right, that was just an add-on to Thursday's show, a line that I had forgotten to say. You can follow me on Twitter at TechBalt, TechBalt, on Steam it at BitcoinMeister. But yeah, I already mentioned that I was in motion earlier today at the party. And I guess some of the dudes I met today, yeah, they're probably watching the show right now. Hi guys, how you doing? And my buddy who's from Colombia, man, we'll be in touch. So yeah, disruptmeister.com. I mentioned that also. And make sure when you go to the archives that are linked to below, or you go to disruptmeister.com, watch This Week in Bitcoin from Friday. It was a great This Week in Bitcoin. It was on at 4 a.m. in the morning on the East Coast because I was still in Norway. We had Australians on. We had South African, a guy from South Africa on, a guy that was in Thailand on. And yesterday's Beyond Bitcoin show, you know, if you'd like to go beyond Bitcoin, talk about how it relates to life in general, Adam's health tips, that's Saturday's show. That's always fun. Beyond Bitcoin every Saturday. And This Week in Bitcoin is every Friday. Andy Hoffman has a, over on his site and probably over on his Twitter, I didn't check it though. He says Brhodium is getting very close to launching. Okay, I haven't gotten an update from them lately, but it's getting closer. So for those of you who are in motion and registered for that crypto dividend, you were patient, and we'll see what happens with that airdrop crypto dividend. You know, since the fiat price is down, it's the whole airdrop thing, the whole crypto dividend thing is totally flatlined here, new ones at least. But hey, it's all cyclical. It'll all come back again. And yeah, random altcoins will pump again also. So here we go. Well, Andreas Antonopoulos has a good video out there talking about blockchain, not Bitcoin people, the people who say, oh, it's all about blockchain, not Bitcoin. And he basically says the people who say that just don't know what they're talking about. And they're just mindlessly repeating this mindless mantra of catchphrases. And yeah, it's a good, the first part of his video is good. It was entertaining. I linked to it below. So CoinDesk, which obviously I do not read. I see their headlines, and when there's a good headline, I'll kind of look into it a little bit more. So obviously they had a headline just to get clicks about sex workers using Bitcoin for retirement. Here you go, guys. All you 20%ers out there. Basically, this article said that these whores are using, they're charging in Bitcoin. And instead of just blowing all their Bitcoin on Coke right away, they're actually using it as a savings account. So if these whores are using it as a savings account, if freaking whores are using it as a savings account, you guys have no excuse to not use it you should be using it as a savings account too. Because if they're nothing but whores, if they can only whore themselves out, these women, and they know enough to use it to not blow it all on cocaine or on whatever they blow it on, that they're using it as a savings account, you 20%ers should also. That is the lesson of the article. Okay, they didn't say everyone should be using it as a darn savings account, but CoinDesk has an article about whores using it as a savings account, so people click on it because they know there are a bunch of guys out there who are there's a bunch of 80%ers who read the darn CoinDesk and take it as the word of above, and you know, are just like, oh, naked ladies, maybe they use the word sex. Ho, 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 ho. I'm going to do what they say. No, guys, get beyond that kind of thing, okay? It's a savings account for everyone. They should write a boring old article, but that doesn't, you know, a boring old article about it being a savings account helps people. You know, it's the truth, but they got to glamorize it and you know, get the 80, you know, get some clicks. Whatever. You catch my drift. I've talked about this article for way too long already. Yeah. So you understand why I said 69.69 before then. All right. So here's another tweet. I use Okay. Who is this? This is from Real V. By the way, man, I've been running a lot lately here in South Florida, and it is really humid. And I did my sprints today too. This is a great place to do your sprints because it's flat as anything. But yeah, I am a little tired from the day of yeah, I know you have nothing to complain about, Meister. You spend your day running and sprinting and sitting by a pool and then making a video and then sleeping late the next day because you said you were tired and then making more videos. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying my voice probably sounds a little tired. It's a good life. It's good. It's good. It's really good. And everybody should be self-employed. And no, I know there are a lot of dudes out there that work really hard jobs, really strenuous stuff. I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. All right. Let's get back here. You got to put it all in perspective sometimes. I got to put it all in perspective. All right. So this VJ guy says, I use Bitcoin every day. No, I don't spend it on bread or coffee, but by holding it, I get the peace of mind of having an asset which is valued by millions of other people around the world, is easily saleable, hard to confiscate, limiting quantity, excuse me, and has no counterparty risk. Yes, dude. You are that's for the people who've always said, oh, Bitcoin holders aren't using it. No. We're using it, baby. We are part of the rock of Bitcoin. But you know, I remember King of the Trolls, one of the things he used to repeat when people would actually let him on his show before they realized he was just one big infomercial, he would always say, he would ask you a question, well, what did you use Bitcoin on? And people would say, you know, I hold it. And he's, no, that's not using Bitcoin. And he would say every time. And then all the 80%ers would be like, yeah, you're right, dude. And then they wouldn't buy any Bitcoin, even though Bitcoin was like worth $1,000 back then or something like that. They would just cheer on their favorite, you know, celebs on the YouTube. King of the Trolls. Yeah, I'm on King of the Trolls team. You freaking no-coiners. You're still, King of the Trolls, a freaking billionaire. You worshiped him when he said crazy things like, oh, yeah, Bitcoin holders aren't using Bitcoin. And you still have no Bitcoin. So who wins in the end of the day? The holders with the strong hands, King of the Trolls who played you, and you know, coiners have nothing. Or maybe you have some altcoin or something that you've tried to flip and you keep on losing Bitcoin on it. I don't know. King of the Trolls. Yeah, he was on this show once. No, I mean, he's a good marketer. He's got a lot of money. He's got a lot of Bitcoin or a lot of cryptocurrency, a lot of Bcash, I guess. I don't know. He's richer than all of us. So that doesn't mean, I mean, it's still, his line was wrong. But I just find it funny that all these people are cheered him on through his nonsense, and they're still living in nonsense. The people that cheered him on, 80% of them. At least. All right, yeah. So I said, oh, here we go. Here's the spam coin of the day. I mean, all in the comments section, And some of you actually reply to these comments. Please don't reply to these people because I try to erase this spam as quick as possible. But when you reply, I don't erase it because I don't want to erase your reply because you give a real reply. These guys deserve no Zilliqa, it's called. They after every one of my videos, they leave like 1 million comments in the comment section. Avoid it, okay, dudes? It's probably a scam. It's at the very least, all they do is spam comment sections all over the internet, including under my videos. Here is a link to an article by, so that's it with them. Alexander Sayetsky wrote this great article a few months ago. I didn't get to read it until I was on the plane coming here. It's a great article. It's about why Bitcoin is the winner. It talks about Bcash. And again, I'm not into promoting the Bcash Bitcoin war. Good luck to King of the Trolls and his friends. But this is a good article from Hacker. He posted it. It's at Hacker Noon. I linked to it below. Read it. You might have already read it because I think it's from May. I've had it on my to-read list for so long. But I opened up the browser before I got on the internet, before I got on the plane, because there's no internet on the plane, and I was able to read it. And it was a good article. So check. And here we go. Here's a guy from Norway who I met, Bitcoin Budgie. He's out in Oslo. It was a pleasure to meet him. He reminds us on Twitter, a frugal and minimalistic life in freedom is far better than a lavish and luxurious life in chains. Oh, dude, deep thoughts, baby. Straight out of Norway. And yes, there are quite a few people in Norway that do live a lavish and luxurious life in chains because they're getting taxed up the yin-yang over there, paying for all the leeches. I think 50% of the people in Norway are leeches because they either work for the government or they're just leeches. And these dudes are paying for them. But more and more of our Bitcoin buddies in Norway are leaving Norway, are moving away because they're not down with this socialism stuff, which is good. Instead of just sitting there and complaining, they're taking action. That personal responsibility is new counterculture. They're moving to other countries, whether it be Malaysia or Austria. I heard, different people were saying different things. Good for those guys in Oslo. All right, Wall Street Journal had an article. America's wealth surpasses $100 trillion. Dude, there's a lot of money in this country. A lot of people with a lot of money. There's a lot of opportunity. You can hate on it as much as you want to. Get in motion. Get in touch with some of these people with some of this wealth. We live even if you're, a mindless slave in this country, you live a real good life living off of the welfare here. I've been to other countries, many other countries, to see how they live, how the poor, and they're the real poor, live in Mozambique and live in Zimbabwe, live in South Africa. Come on, guys. There's no excuse not to be in motion in the United States of America. Obviously, there are problems, and don't complain about the problems. Just be in motion, get out there, get some ideas, do it, baby. And I'm so proud of this darn channel because I have people contact me all the time telling me, Adam, I'm in motion. I learned it from your channel. Let's do something. People, and you see, I promote people's stuff. They stuff they put on Steemit or whatever. I want people to do better. So speaking about being in motion, I am going to be speaking in Boca Raton on Tuesday from 6:30 to 8:30. It is linked to below. It's a Bitcoin meetup. Thanks to everyone who set that up. It's awesome. Remember, I'll be in Puerto Rico from the 20th to the 28th. Then in Baltimore for a little while. Calgary, BitcoinRodeo.com in July 9th and 10th. Then the next day is the 11th in Red Deer. Then Edmonton, I'll be there for a while. And in Los Angeles, I am speaking at something on, August the 10th? I probably skipped something in there, but hey. And so here's a final question. I heard through the Twitter, I did not have enough time to research this, that there's talk about that fake Satoshi might split his, and his N-chain buddies might split away from Bcash, that Bcash might fork. Anyone have information about that? Email me at adam@tresorhelp.com. All right, that's the end of the show. I'm Adam Meister, the BitcoinMeister, the Disrupt Meister. Remember to subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video. Do check out the notes section below. I'll say hi to you guys in the chat. I'll be back tomorrow, Monday. See ya.